21. The Get It Done Crew. July 3rd to 4th, 2018. Despite the uncertainty over how to get them out, finding the boys sends a surge of energy throughout base camp. No one feels the shift more than the volunteers who have been on site since the first day the boys went missing. The mountain now swells with 10,000 people: rescue workers, divers, military personnel, monks, medics, and the scores of volunteers supporting them. Some merely want to be seen being part of the Tamluang phenomenon, but most are eager to help in any way they can. A dedicated team of local Thais has been posted at the cave for the past 10 days, doing all manner of random jobs vital to the mission, even when that mission seemed utterly hopeless. Most don't report to any one organization, but have organized themselves into a makeshift crew that sees what needs to be done and does it without waiting to be asked. From the moment the operation began, the team working inside the cave has needed a lot of stuff: rescue equipment, food, water, and clothing, and they've needed it fast. Finding all the stuff and getting it to Tamluang falls on the shoulders of Chayon Ai Si Samut and Anupat Noi Patisen, two local leaders from Masai. In the early days, before the governor declares the situation an emergency, there is no government money to buy anything, so I and Noi have to call around and ask for donations. The people of Masai come through in droves. I sets up a line of tents outside the cave and organizes the donated items: flashlights, headlamps, every size of battery, ropes and carabiners, medicines, bandages, and mosquito spray. When the military first arrived at Tamluang, they had no idea how long they would be there and had packed only enough clean clothes for 2 days. So I collects donations of shirts, pants, socks, underwear, even boots. He also collects lots of food for the hungry Navy SEALs: cups of instant noodles, chicken stock, snacks, water, and energy drinks. The tents become like a tiny outdoor department store where everything is free, and if the tent store doesn't have it, ICE crews will find it. The SEALs have shifts working 24 hours a day. Odd requests come at odd hours. When someone needs a hairdryer at 3 a.m. to use on some quick setting glue, ICE crews send someone out in the middle of the night to knock on friends' doors and bring it back. When Ike can't find the waterproof headlamps the Navy SEALs need anywhere in Masai, he calls friends in Myanmar, who bring the items across the border. If anything is too hard to find, the crew puts out a call on social media. Through Facebook and other apps, the request gets beamed beyond Masai to the surrounding provinces and even all the way to Bangkok. When the SEALs request energy gel packs that will be the boys' first food in 10 days, I can't find any in the area. Within hours of posting about the need online, he is sending a friend off to the Chiang Rai airport to pick up a box of gel packs flown in from the capital city. As the rescue goes on, the crew sets up a collections depot to handle the huge flow of donations. Noi's blue GM pickup truck becomes a frequent sight, zipping through town to gather supplies and bring them to base camp. When the roads leading into Tamluang become congested with soldiers and journalists, the only vehicles that can get through are motorcycles. Soon anyone who lives in the area with a motorbike becomes part of the crew, ferrying supplies and people up to the cave mouth without asking to be repaid for their gasoline or their time. Getting enough food for everyone on site is a constant challenge. The Navy SEALs not only need protein-rich meals, they also need food that can be carried into a wet, muddy cave and not spoil. Rutaiwan Nok Patisen, a ranger with the Parks Department, makes it her responsibility to find and pack the SEALs' food. Every day, she wakes up before dawn to wrap pork and sticky rice into vacuum-sealed packets. Out of consideration for the Muslim Navy SEALs, she also prepares food packets without pork. Each day she produces hundreds of packets and delivers them to the cave entrance. It's so much work that she goes home only to take a shower before hurrying back to base camp to start again. Throughout the entire mission, Milk sleeps little more than a few hours a night. Taking care of the British diving team falls on the shoulders of Thich and her friend Busakon La Patisen. They drive Rick and John wherever they need to go and make sure they have all the equipment they need. Worried that the British divers can't stomach the traditional spicy Thai food the SEALs eat, Thich and La drive into town every day to purchase Western food, like pizza and hamburgers. As for the volunteers themselves, many have had to scrounge up whatever food they can find. But once Rick and John find the wild boars, all of that changes. Suddenly, good food arrives at base camp. The King of Thailand has been monitoring the situation at Tamluang. He sends food trucks to cook everyone hot, fresh meals. He also sends 2,000 raincoats, which the rescuers sorely need. They have been slogging through the mud for days, and most people have the blisters and rotten feet to prove it. Scores of other volunteers arrive and set up big cook stoves in front of the cave. For the duration of the rescue, the smell of sizzling garlic and freshly brewed coffee wafts through camp at all hours. Muslim cooks come to make delicious halal meals, food that is prepared according to Islamic dietary law, which they hand out freely to anyone, regardless of religion. Volunteers handle the mountains of dirty laundry. Massage therapists work on aching backs and feet. Still more volunteers pick up trash and clean toilets. No one is paid a dime. When journalists ask them why they are at Tamluang, working so hard and for free, the volunteers have a hard time coming up with an answer. For them, it seems like a no-brainer. If they can help, why would they stay away? This is Thailand. People take care of one another here.